Hey, what's up, y'all? This is why I do it. Justice for Kanika. That big old pretty smile. That big old pretty smile she got. Just full of life, full of joy. Alright. How y'all doing today? Anytime I'm missing in action, know I'm going to come back with a little something for you, okay? So, my title says it all. Monifa, still lying. And today, I had a lot of people respond to me in a good way and a bad way. I want to thank the people for being positive, who just voiced their opinion, how they didn't agree with me as far as Zack TV not being involved. And for you ones that was, a little on the negative side and coming at me in some type of way, I appreciate you too, but don't try me like that, okay? Don't try me like that. Some of y'all had to put in y'all place, and that's not what I want to do. I want us to come together and be able to respect one another. And if you have an opinion, then I want you to share your opinion with me, because yes, I may be wrong. I ain't perfect. And 9 times out of 10, I'm just really giving my opinion. I would love to be giving out total facts, but the fact of the matter is, I wasn't there. But I'm going to put it together as I see fit. So, for my Facebook fans and my YouTube fans, let's enjoy this ride, because I have something to say, and I want to be heard. So, let's start out with Miss Monifa. Now, Monifa, I'm sure a lot of people probably seen her latest video off of her Instagram. It was around New Year's, I think it was New Year's night. Or it was around that time, New Year's Eve, New Year's night, something like that. It was in that moment. And basically, this video shows, well, she's talking a lot of stuff about how mean she is. Stuff about her snitching, talking about all that snitching, listen to the lyrics of the song. You know, it all kind of plays a part in her moment of doing this live. She talks about Shamisha, or is it, I done forgot the girl's name. Shamaya, sorry about that. She talks about Shamaya being upstairs, so it looks as if they can't even go out like they used to. Because even though you say you ain't guilty, other people must not think the same, because you can't even get out like you used to. But I want y'all to pay attention to this video, and then we're going to talk some more. Because, alright, just pay attention. I'm going to put it on there. Hold on. Alright, let me see here. Playing right now.
Know me, they don't know Kanika, like they just want to think they know some shit and they don't know shit.
Okay, I do know that let you continue. I know she lying. We may not know facts all the way live, but we know you was involved.
They don't know what the fuck going on. Like I really don't even know what the fuck going on.
Lies.
All I know, we just at a hotel party. Some shit I ain't been outside it too long, but we ain't finna do this on this live though. Cause it'll go up on her any day, anywhere, with anybody who disrespects her motherfucking name, that's on my dead brother.
Ain't nobody disrespected her name but you, boo. Let's keep it in perspective.
Fuck. What up? I be acting crazy, y'all. I'm tough as hell. Like, I don't be playing that shit though. Like, motherfuckers just need to stop playing with me.
Listen to Little Scrappy. That's just what she sound like, Little Scrappy. Trying to play tough. It's a whole bunch of tough people in this world for real. And she's trying to act like she gonna hurt the world. You can't hurt everybody. And then you sound like a Mighty Mouse. So stop. I'm not saying she can't be tough, but it's a lot of people out there that's tough. So let's get to the first point. The first point she said was, I don't really know what's happening. You don't know me and they don't know Kanika. But I do know this. Okay, let's don't get it twisted. I know that you was the last person. Well, let's just say if you watch some of my videos, Kanika is walking into the freezer and she has her phone in her back pocket. Now, I got a video that shows clearly somebody grabbing her, and it's like it's not edited. So somebody got a clean version of that. I'm gonna show that to you in a minute. But how did Kanika going towards the freezer, like they said that she walked herself into a freezer, blah, 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 and she, that's how she died. She walked herself in that freezer and pretty much froze, hypothermia, Lord, can't talk today. And so how did that happen? How did the phone get back to her mama if, this wasn't some type of arranged killing or some type of tamper situation for it to be provoked to murder, So just watch this with me, because Monifa, as we know, she returned that phone. That's what's always going to connect you to this murder. It's always going to be the key evidence, whether we was there or not. The fact that phone was going with Kanika toward the freezer, and the fact that your lip gloss was on the floor, and the phone got back to the mama. You can give a million excuses. You don't know what's going on, but that can't lie. If y'all would have left the phone on her and really, really made it look like she was under some narcotic, and we could have probably bought that. The fact that nobody dialed her number, but y'all knew the risk was, because that girl did a lot of stuff. She kicked the door, her shoe was off, her nail was broken into. I can't say she gave up a big fight because she was under the influence of something, but I can say she tried. She was doing something. So let me show you this video. It really shows. It's uncut. It wasn't tampered with as far as editing yet. So somebody got some real footage, and I want to show y'all because I felt like this is part of her. I don't know what happened. And them boys that was in that interview, Tiffy and Prez or whatever their name is, lies. Okay, one moment. Let me get it started. Hold on. Okay, so you got this footage, and this is by Toya705, and I'm gonna leave all of this in the box below. But let's get started. No. Let's get started. Do you see some arm plain as day? They put their arm around her. Let's do it again. Alright. God dang it, I did it again. What's going on? Somebody put their arm around her and you can't even go off. Okay, so that was the end. Let me do it again, because somebody put their arm around her and you can't even go off. Why is it doing that? I'm gonna show it again. I think you've seen it the first time. My computer's acting wacky. Touch base with you guys because when I want to do something, you know how it is. These computers be doing the most when you want to do something. There it is again. Watch this arm grab her. She stumbled, baby. She stumbled. Somebody put their arm around her. They did. You seen that arm plain as day. Now the edited version, you can't really see that arm as good as you just seen that arm do what it did. Basically grab her. And it was a black arm. It was a hoodie arm. It was an arm that basically... what's up? Let me get off of that. Basically, even the edited one, we all seen that little piece of a hand. Or we seen a reflection of something grab her. But that was the best footage I've ever seen. A whole arm. You see the whole arm in real, in plain view, grab this girl around her waist. So, when I think of that time, you just wonder what happened to her. This is what it's all about at this time. What happened to her? You know, will the friends ever break down and get that feeling of so much guilt or overwhelmed with guilt? Will time make somebody give it up? And when I say give it up, I'm talking about the truth or somewhat of the truth. Will it take somebody on their deathbed before they say it? You know, because it's a new year. And it's going to be going on her 1 year anniversary in months to come, but it's coming. You know, I think about her mother who had to go through Christmas, and she just had to go through the first of the year without her child. But I got some. Okay, so Zack TV, I want to apologize to all my viewers, like I said, like I was talking about at first, you know, because I don't see Zack TV. I didn't see him as a person of interest at first. But as I had to investigate, because some of y'all was like getting deep with it, and I was like, okay, let me check it out and see what they see. Because I didn't see that. I seen an interview, and I didn't really see the rest. But just remember, I told y'all I just got out the hospital, so I wouldn't update like everybody else. But as I start, you know, getting into it, why I gotta be a what up for? Go to bed. Okay, so basically, you know, I'm sitting up and I'm thinking, as I'm looking at in footage and I'm looking at different stuff. And before I get totally in that story, you know, I was just thinking how Monifa said, basically, she don't know what's going on. But I want to show you, I remember telling y'all that I had seen a message on her. Okay, I hope I didn't erase it. Remember when I told you I was on her Facebook before she had shut her first Facebook down? And I'm talking about Monifa. She had shut it down, and I was saying, I had seen a post that said something about her. She was directing her comment to Kanika, and she was saying that Kanika was a snake. Well, I got that footage. You know, for her to say she don't know what's going on, well, check this out. Okay, let's read it together. Now, the one on September 2nd. Hello, how you doing, Alexander? Okay, so on September 2nd, it says, have you ever seen one of your dogs transform into a snake? And she got the little snake emoji. Okay, then September 3rd, it goes on to say, Kanika need to stop playing with me. And she put the 100 emoji there. So, you know, somewhere this girl was mad at her, and was she still mad at her? You know what I'm saying? Now, I wish it would have well, when I read it, it wasn't that far deep down into the comments. It was that month, the same month she came up missing. So this is a 2017 post. You know, it's not 2016. Like, sometime when you go on some of their on their Facebooks, it's old footage, it's old information, blase, whatever. But this is what I was telling y'all about when it all went down and they found her body. And so everybody was going on Irene's page. Everybody was visiting Monifa's page. And, of course, this is what I had seen at first, but I didn't really think nothing of it, because if y'all ever seen my very, very first video, I didn't think the kids had nothing to do with it. I thought that they were all at a party, had a good time. You know, the story wasn't clear, and the only thing gave me a weird vibe was that first video that was seen by Irene. That video was just so weird. It had such a weird vibe attached to it. The way she was biting her lips, as crusty as Irene's lips were. The fact that she had on them glasses and she got the phone, and just whoever was talking with this old cool voice in the back, you riding with me or wood. You know, I mean, it was just everything about that moment that just was weird. The conversation was weird. You know, I've tried to even find, some people got audio that breaks the conversation down just a little bit. And, you know, at one point, and I can't find the one that I had about 3 weeks ago. I've been taking care of business, so I didn't get to make the video right then and there. But it broke down. It was saying stuff like, he effed her. it says stuff like she was laying down. In that video we seen with Irene, Kanika was laying down in that bed. She was trying to sleep. And she was like, y'all need to be quiet, you know, because she was like, I'm trying to sleep. So that first video, I'm going to tell y'all something that I figured out. I was messing with my phone. And do you know what my phone did? It was allowing me to change the time and the date on my live. And I said, oh, wow. You can change the time and the date on your live. Then Ty's live could have been on time and it didn't have to be in the correct time. Because what amazes me about everything is they got to this hotel. Now, Irene said she got there like 10:30, 11. Kanika and them got there a little after her. So all this had to pop off, and I don't know. But if we go by the original time frames that we're given, then it goes like this. They got there a little around 11 or so. Okay. Now, I remember reading a post that around 12 something, Kanika was ready to go. She was like, she was ready to go. And I think that's when it all started off. Now, I have another footage as well where, you know, this woman is claiming that Kanika was punched by somebody in a white hoodie. And you can see, I'm going to just bring it up. I wasn't even going to bring that one up, but I think I'm going to go ahead and show it to you because it's relevant. It has some substance. I wasn't going to bring it in because it's not as clear as I would like it to be. So you would have to go to this woman's original page and check it out because, I don't know, it's doing the most. It's kind of on the fuzzy side, but what she's claiming looks to be accurate. You know, because you see Monifa and another girl that she says is not Kanika look around the corner and kind of, you know, witness what's going down. So I am going to play this and let's see what go on. See what you think, because I felt like it was real.
My eye, and it's been catching my eye for
this is by Crystal Lee Fontes, and I want to tell everybody that works on this Kanika case, you know, thank you. Let's continue to work together. If this is for the benefit of getting justice for this young lady, then let's just continue to do that. Let's, you know, don't make it anything else. Look, I'm showing y'all I'm in my daughter's room. She be all mad at me. Oh, in my room.
Pause. Monifa didn't have a gray sweatshirt on underneath her thing. Monifa had a bra on underneath her thing. So I think this is her stunt double using two phones to record her fake live. Okay, check this out on top of that. Okay.
That kind of sound like Candy Star spelled with a K talking. So this is.
Let me just change the settings on this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, it's already slow. All right, ready?
Check, that's two people, you guys. Look, she puts her head down and then Kanika pops up.
See, it's so blurry. It's already blurry when I'm looking at it. So it might be too hard for you to see. So this is on Crystal Lee Fontes' video. I'm going to stop this because it's really blurry.
Because her hair is exactly the same length, shorter. You know what I'm saying? Kanika's way longer. Now check this out. Watch this guy back here in the background.
Okay.
Like they freaking body slam her. You see her foot go up in the air. Check this out.
Something had to happen because you see Monifa and the other girl.
I think this is the one where I say Kanika slumped over. I think this is the one standing right there.
I don't know. That looks like Kanika to me right there. So I don't know.
His hands up.
See homeboy in the way, right there.
Down. Check it out, you guys.
I hope people ain't reaching. I'm gonna kind of get off of that. I wasn't really, because it was kind of fuzzy to me. I wasn't really sure about that. You know, that wasn't real a critical claim. So I was like, eh. But here nor there, you know, I don't like to be reaching. I like to be as factual as I think I am, or close to being as honest as I can, because I think that's very imperative. You know, I don't want to be making videos just to be making them, just to have something to say. I want to make a difference, because even though I do think in my heart that Kanika's murder will not be solved, not anytime soon. But I do think that a truth will come out. I do think someday, somehow, some way, there will be justice. Maybe not by prosecuting the people involved, but by somebody telling the truth. Because those kids, they were involved. But I really believe. Now, do anybody remember this guy? Let me see if I can help you remember. Let's see. Alright. Anybody remember this guy? Kendrick Johnson? Yes, no, maybe? Okay. So, this is kind of his story, and I'll go briefly over it. It was in 2013 where, you know, Kendrick was found dead, rolled up in a wrestling mat. He's from Vedesta, Georgia, and he hadn't been seen after his fourth period. Now, meaning fourth block at school. He never showed up to, well, his third block at school. He never showed up to his fourth block. So Kendrick was never, you know, late coming home, and that was suspicion to his mom. And of course, she called around family and friends, seeing if anybody seen him. Well, the next day, which was January 10th, she went to the school, and it sounds exactly like a Kanika Jenkins story. You know, you have parents who find out that morning that their child was dead. There was a lot of people coming in and out of the gym where he was found. The coroner wasn't called for hours. He arrived and he stated the crime scene was tampered with, and he didn't want to handle the case. Okay, the parents wasn't able to identify his body until days after, and they ruled the death an accident, stating that he fell into the mat trying to retrieve a shoe, and he suffocated. Now, the footage was also edited because it showed Kendrick walking in the gym and walking up to the bleachers and reaching into the mat. But it doesn't show much else. Now, it does also, and I'll show you some pictures, it'll show a Caucasian boy who obviously changed out of the original clothes he was in. There was a little blood on his shirt, but it also shows him with a bag of a different, that probably was the clothes he had on initially, but then he had on a change of clothes. So you have the mother, she had his body exhumed for a second autopsy. And, of course, they showed trauma to his head. His brain was missing. His esophagus was missing. His nails was missing. His tongue was cut out. And now, I'm going to tell you, these pictures that I'm about to show you, if you're not 18 and older, please ask a parent to view these pictures. They're not for children to watch unless you get permission from an adult. So they're inappropriate for anybody under 18. Now, this was Kendrick when they found him, but this is his father trying to show you, how can my son roll himself up in this mat this way, you know, if not being placed. They're trying to say he was reaching in there to get his shoe. Now, this is the guy with the change of clothes, you know, and you know, he had on that outfit initially, that circle telling you where the blood was at, and then you have him walking away with some different clothes on. There was blood on the wall, there was blood there, you know. Let me see, I'm going to turn this to the side and get, just because some of this is just, it's just too much, you know what I'm saying? See, that's where his tongue was cut out. And there's him again. I didn't want to show some of the other pictures because it got to real place, like hurtful. They even got pictures that look like Kanika with him slumped over and bent over, and it just was a Kanika Jenkins story. And what made, you know how you you can identify a company's work, organization or a company. Because it was the same story, this is why I know that hers was about organ selling. It was about organs. It had to be because it was such a similar story, or it could have been coincidence of the story, or maybe they knew about this story and they borrowed it and acted in the same way. I think not. I think it has everything to do with the same company, people, organization who was stealing that girl's organs, and they probably would have took more. They probably did about time the body got to the coroner, or I'm sure if they was to dig her up, once they dug him up, he was stuffed with newspaper. They have took everything, and I'm pretty sure about time Kanika got where she was going, they took all of her organs too. I mean, some of these funeral homes, I'm sure they do a little criminal activity themselves sometimes. So it's all about, at this point, it's all about knowledge. It's going to have to deal with some truth because, time was a factor. I think if we knew the rightful time of things that happen, and that's what the editing does, it doesn't allow us to know the whole truth, to put things in perspective. And just like this story, there was not a lot of evidence or truth to put things in perspective to help know, or at least bring an educated guess to what happened to Kendrick. And so these stories are so similar. That's why there's nothing done to Kanika's friends. This was some type of involvement where they wasn't going to do a lot of prosecution, because if they did, then the truth would have to come out. If they let these people go that look guilty, which is most of the people in that party, then you don't have a case. If you're not putting it, because at the end of the day, they may have beat her up, but they probably didn't take her organs. I think they did. Or maybe, let me tell you how it could have went. This is a theory. They could have killed her, because that's what was going to happen to Kanika anyway, because she had 3 different types of sperm in her, right? So somebody, maybe Zack, maybe, I know Ty, I just feel like he was one of the sperm little donors inside of her. And there were 2 others who it could have been anyhow. So maybe they killed her, and in the midst of them killing her and them getting the call, because when I looked at this one particular live, and I swear the anonymous caller sounds just like Teresa. And I'm going to let y'all hear that in the morning. That's when I start thinking Zack really is involved. I don't think Teresa was involved. I think she thought she was authentically reaching out to Zack, and he was going to help her, because that's what he said initially that he wanted to do about this case. You know what I'm saying? And so she was reaching out to people for help. Remember, she just wanted help. That's why she ended up getting a lawyer. I believe that she seen that he was being phony and fake, especially when she at first, I'm not going to show you the whole video. You're going to have to go watch that for yourself. But when she first initially said that she believed the friends had something to do with it, he's like going against that. And to me, all of the videos I've ever watched of Zack TV's, it all say the same thing. It's an anonymous person that called them. Then it goes down to mind your business, stay out of the case, don't get involved. It goes deeper. And the first thing I looked at, let me see if I can find it, because I looked up his it was a Facebook. Did I lose it? No. It was a Facebook live that he gave. And the messed up thing about it is, it was before anything was really being said about him or being said. He hadn't even done the interviews yet. So this is how new this particular Facebook was. But he was just saying a lot of stuff to me without that subliminally you could put it together and be like, So it sounded like you knew something beforehand too. he was saying that he got a call, a day after 2 a.m. Now, he professes that he was in New York. Why are you getting a call in New York to come do an interview with these kids when you handling your business? You don't have anything to do with this, or do you? And then there was some truth coming out that he was actually at the party. Now, when that came out, I was like, whoa. Because he's saying one thing and now doing another. Yeah, I'm still here. If you don't like it, what you gonna do about it? Don't be getting on my nerves tonight. I'm trying to tell some truth right now. Anyway, so basically, for you to get a call way in New York and you don't even have no attachment to this, supposedly. I mean, why would they call you to do an interview? So then I got to looking. I said, well, let me see what the Zack is, what he about. So I started looking, and I did see, because first I thought he was delusional about giving these interviews, because every hood got a Zack TV. They got this full force looking dude who, to make up for what he don't have, he got the fancy car, the fancy clothes. He come across like a pimp or a drug dealer. You don't know the two. You know what I'm saying? He get along with everybody because he's always got something going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking, he always got something criminal minded and sneaky, but going on. He and girls are attracted to him because they see the flashy car and the clothes, and he always got a big bank, little bank on him. That's the type of dude that Zack, the insecure dude with all the money. Okay, Alexander, what you want me to give you props for? For what? Cause you up late being a bugaboo? I mean, what you want me to do? Okay, back to my people. See, I got somebody in the night. Go to bed. I'm not going to bed because during the day I just don't have time to do my videos. So I stayed up extra tonight, just to get this out, because I've been wanting to commit this for a minute. I didn't even want it to go this long. I want to start doing shorter videos to get it out. You feel me? But back to this Zack dude. Now, let me see if I can find, because I didn't put it where I wanted it to be. Zack's kind of annoying to me. I'm not feeling him. But like I said, he one of them dudes from the hood who,
the emails.
Just the fact
crazy. Because I'm like, how the fuck you get this? And this is
he got this secret number that he's always wondering, how'd you get this number?
You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know what's going on out there in Rosemont. I shopped out there before. You understand what I'm saying? Two of the people that's accused, you know what I'm saying? Two of the motherfuckers that was in the room, they told me something about the,
Don't start. Now, since it is doing that, two of the people in the room, that was 3 dudes on that bed.
I don't want to be talking too much. They told me something about the police being related to somebody that owned the hotel, some shit about selling body parts. It's a lot. This shit is crazy.
I believe all of that.
I got on FaceTime with Shorty at 2:42. I didn't go to sleep till 5:17 or something in the morning.
Why?
I talked to these people, FaceTiming on the phone. A lot of shit that the media don't know. They was telling me a lot of shit that scared me. That had me nervous. Like, what the fuck? Like, this shit ain't no movie, bro. This ain't no mystery or unknown. This shit is crazy, bro. It's a lot of shit we don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Them small towns and suburbs, they like keeping shit on the hush-hush because they want to continue to get their business. You understand what I'm saying? You got to always think about that. They want to continue to get their business from the locals and from the out-of-towners and shit like that. And they want to remain popular for what they're known for. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people stop coming if they feel like, oh, somebody died at this hotel or they're racist or they're not being 100% honest. It's a lot of shit that's not adding up. Now that I say I put this on the forefront, I said I'm finna knock this shit interview out. I'm finna do it while the bam. We got 2 different cameras we using, 3 different angles we finna make. We gonna mic everybody up. This is gonna be the most professional interview ever. I want the people to hear their side of the story. They're gonna talk one by one. Now I'm gonna get weird calls and shit like that, and emails saying don't do it and this and that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. And Shorty them, they fear for their life too, cause they been getting threats, not just from social media and motherfuckers. Yo, chill, my nigga, chill, yo, just chill for a second. Yo, please, just 1 second. I beg you, my nigga, chill, please, like that ass. What the fuck? I'm finna say, he was just throwing me off. But I don't know, yo. This shit got me. I don't know. I'm sorry. Y'all can say what y'all want, cause y'all not in nobody's shoes. I don't know how y'all are like y'all can say all the tough shit y'all want. Oh, nigga, I do it without the film. I don't know. But nigga, if you don't know, look in my eyes. Y'all know I get on here, I play the Illuminati. That shit is real as day. The Freemasons, that shit is real as day. The Bilderbergs and all that shit, Rockefellers, that shit is real as day, my nigga. That shit don't get no realer than that. You understand what I'm saying? If the motherfuckers tell you something, just, you know, you like type shit. That's the type of time I'm on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here saying all the Illuminati shit. I'm just saying, I don't know how motherfuckers got my number. Y'all know I joke a lot. I'm not joking right now. You understand what I'm saying? I should have never put that motherfucking post up and said I was gonna do the interview. I should have just did it. You understand? I don't know why I did that shit. I don't know why. I wish I could take it down, but it's too late. You understand what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers saying, you know, just let it run its course. We don't need, I don't know if they trying to have some shit. You understand that they don't want y'all to know. I don't know if they trying to pin it on Shorty now. I don't know what the hotel part was and that shit. I was in New York when this shit happened. I just got back Tuesday. You understand what I'm saying? And I was hearing about this shit in New York, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay my distance. But then I'm like, a lot of shit seems fishy, and I want to hear Shorty them side of the story instead of motherfuckers just going off of Facebook Live. So I'm looking like, let's see what happened.
Okay.
And motherfuckers reach out
so
to
you're
me.
gonna have to catch that video on your own. And thank you, Akintunde, Kayon Nation. That's who did the video. So I want to give them homage and tell them thank you. I used their footage. But justice for Kanika. That's the purpose of it. Now, he said a lot. I just thought, even though you was in New York, what is your purpose? And then I end up seeing a video that contradicted what he said. And let me see.
And then after this, we're going to pull up her.
I didn't have it all. Okay, here it is. Let me. Okay, so let me see if I can make this bigger, and let's see where we can go from there. Now, this says, let's see here. We were all in the room that night. We were all in the room that night in Rosemont, and it's a lot. It's a lot of S you all don't know, but we want to tell the truth. Okay? And I was like, Kanika Martin, whoever put that. Now, I did not get this from Barbie 24.7. I got it from another person. So, Barbie's not that kind. She's not the kind of person who likes to share her info. So, I didn't get it from her page. But I'm going to continue. Let's see. Then it goes on to say, Jedediah gives all out truth on Kanika Jenkins' unsolved case. Chicago Hoop Dreams Mix. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm going through it to see what changes. Okay, so it goes to this part. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to go back to this. Let me see, was this it? Nope. it basically says, and I think I need to turn it on and let her say what she's saying. Let's see if that'll work. But basically what it says is that Zack TV was there at this particular hotel the same night along with some other people. Now, when I watched Barbie's information, she had got an Instagram picture. She had got an Instagram picture that was on Instagram. They deleted it from her information. I guess there was a group out there that you could be part of, and Zack TV kicked her out the group. But she had a picture that put him in the place of a blue jacket, tie, had on a black hoodie, and it was another one. I think it was the guy that got his hand over his face that was just in the picture. And I think they all had took a picture or something that put him at the party that night. So I was then floored because I was like, here I am not knowing what I'm talking about. You know, maybe this boy really is connected. But then I seen this particular Facebook that kind of disappointed me because I could tell it is, like I said, Teresa's voice. And I had to put some common sense on it because I was like, okay, why would Miss Teresa be calling Zack TV? And then it just kind of hit me that, you know, maybe Teresa was, I always do take up for Teresa. Somebody saying, she always take up for Teresa. I do. Now, I could be wrong, but until I'm proven wrong, this is what I feel because I'm a mother. And as much as it looked like she loved Kanika, I love my daughter just that much. I'm not killing my daughter for no reason. And if I'm going to be in on a murder such as this to get some coins, I don't have to include all these suckers. All I got to do is do the setup myself and put up that my daughter's missing. I don't even have to do that extra. You know what I'm saying? No way, no how. But, you know, it started, the more I listened to this particular video, it made me know why the mother stopped doing a search, because she says in this call how deep all of this stuff goes. She's like, people are in her, I forgot what it was her smart TV, and they have cameras in the smart TVs, and they watch you and they do this, and she's really paranoid. I'm not saying that she ain't saying facts, but she's paranoid to a point where it goes so deep. I think this is the reason why she's kind of let it go. She's scared. And this is what she's protested to Zack. Zack, you know, the reason why, again, I think he's guilty and involved is because when this lady, who sounds just like Teresa, tells him that she thinks that Kanika's friends was involved, he's downplaying it. No. You think that? Hell no. No disrespect. But he gets to protecting them. And again, that to me is he's protecting himself. Because he knows that he's part of it. And instead of it being the man at the hotel, remember when he said one of the cops is kin to the hotel manager? You know, that stuff is true, but I'm not going to say it had nothing to do with it. I just felt like it's more Zack, because he's an editor. You have to remember, Zack deals with a lot of interviews and editing. You know, that's why when his equipment supposedly had got stolen the day after Irene's in the video, you know, he wanted just his computer and stuff back, because he said he had a lot of footage on that computer and blase, and he was giving up a large amount of money for his equipment if, you know, whoever stole it return it. And obviously he got it back, because on November he was able to release the other footage of the Kanika case. So this does have a lot of layers to it, you know. But I'm going to let y'all see this video, but please understand, to me, this lady was at first reaching out because she thought that Zack was sincere. And then she realized this dude is a liar. He's protecting them. And once you hear somebody going against the grain, when you know it's obvious that these friends are involved, because one, my daughter got her phone in her back pocket. There's an arm that grabs her and puts her in the freezer. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, you know, if she got her phone in her back pocket, but it ends up back to me through the hands of a friend, well then, you know something you're not telling me. Okay? There's 3 different sperm cells inside of Kanika. Who raped my baby? Who took her without her permission? You already slipped her something to get her under the influence so that you could have your way. Because like I said, I've been saying it for a long time. Kanika must have been a fighter, because I noticed in certain of the videos out there, Kanika would say something and they really wouldn't say nothing back, as if they had a little fear of Kanika. I'm an old time fighter, so I know when people don't try to go up against you, you know, in a bad, tough way, because they got a little fear you might pop off and it might get real. You understand? And so that's what I could see about them, you know. But something popped off, you know, to where they let her be raped. And then, y'all, I do believe that footage on some of my older videos is her in that parking lot. That is Kanika in that parking lot. And so when people say it looked like they was trying to put on her clothes, they was, because those were not the clothes she had on in the parking lot. Now, as far as having 2 rooms, remember I said there were no 2 rooms? Unfortunately, I got to kind of clarify. There were no 2 rooms at that hotel. But there was remember the dudes that was saying they killed Kanika or trying to make a rap song? They was at a hotel, that footage. They were at the DoubleTree, and I heard that the DoubleTree is like right next door or not too far from where they were at, and they took her over there. How true that part is, I'm not really aware. But I am going to say this, that I'm not leaving nothing out, because this was just one of those situations where, you know, you can't exclude anything, because crazy things happen for no reason in situations that can't be explained, but they have everything to do with part of the story. And that's just the sad, crazy part of it. It's a crazy world we live in with a demonic force. And that's just real. You know, I would never give up if I was her mother. I would never give in if I was, you know, as far as me being partial, put my input on these videos. I don't know how long I'll do it, but I'll do it as long as I see that keeping her memory alive for someone to have mercy someday and either tell the truth, or for someone to finally reopen the case and solve it, and just put information out there. A lead. I don't care how it goes. All I know is I want to see justice one day before I hit the grave. I just pray that God does that for not just me, but because I'm not her mom. I'm not a family member. I'm just someone who's watching this and seeing something happen to a young, beautiful girl with a big old smile and a future. She had one. You understand me? And who obviously was a little bit much for her friends. If you look back at that Monifa video that I gave you prior, let me see. I'll have all of this website information in the box for you, so you can go back to the footage and view it for yourself. I think it's very crucial when people do their own homework and, you know, come up with your own opinion. I could have missed something that you catch, you know what I'm saying? And so you'll have some value of input to put in. But at the end of the day, I'm going to come to this video. I really do believe that Zack is suspect. Because if you notice, all of his videos tell you to do the same thing. You know, leave the story alone. Mind your business. Drop it. And that's basically what he wants you, the YouTube people, different people like me, who's gathering up facts with the story. He wants you to leave it alone, mind your business, and drop it. That's what he wants you to do, because it was very crucial that he got that interview out. You understand me? It was very, very crucial that the story came out within the week. But what I noticed of, and another thing make you guilty, is you did the worst, interview in history when you know how to conduct an interview. You conduct, many rappers, like you said. I looked you up, your receipts up. I wanted to see if you was factual. And to my surprise, you was. I thought you was a little delusional. I thought that you was being a liar on that point, because you said something like this: I make people famous. That part was a little bit on the lying side, but you do conduct interviews with credible people. When I say credible, they're real artists. They got hits, so that makes them relevant. And it makes your claim relevant. But the fact of the matter is, you did a terrible job on an interview, and then you did a psychology game by telling the people, I asked the questions that the people wanted me to ask, and you really wasn't saying anything. You know what I'm saying? Those were not questions people wanted you to ask, because they were not clear and clarified. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't clear what the real answer was, because it was just a terrible interview. So, and we all know that. I think I've showed that. We went over that. So, let me show this video. Kind of let it rip. Bam.
In the world, you went to my Instagram, you say, okay, Zack is over the Kanika case, or I don't know how the fuck you come about, but you like...
For videos. I ended up seeing one of your videos, and you said that no matter what it takes, you were going to a school, and you were putting on your shoes and saying, no matter what it takes, I'm going to solve this case. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I said, let me call Zack. Let me see if I can find Zack. Because I was going to get in touch with, Jedediah.
But the video, this was scaring me, ma'am. The video you're talking about, I put it on a Kanika Jenkins discussion group on Facebook. That video is not on YouTube. I asked you earlier, are you in a Facebook group are you in a Kanika group on Facebook? You said no.
You see how he know how to ask her a good question?
So I'm like, how the fuck she know about the video? How did you see it?
I've been watching videos all through everybody else's videos.
Okay.
I've been watching so many videos.
Do you see how she was reaching at first?
They put yours in there. They add yours in there. They add, but Mike talking about Larry. He's talking about getting off. So he stopped talking about Kanika at all. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get his number.
Okay. This shit is getting a little spooky, man.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there's two other guys that's on there talking about her with these men that I gave you.
I just don't understand. Why would they target her out of everybody?
I don't know.
Okay. And you're saying that we should not take our eyes off the friends?
Don't take your eyes off of them. And I heard today on one of the sites, it said that Monifa left town.
Monifa.
And she said she was taking a plane.
I really don't know the details on how she traveled.
That's what I'm saying. And she was just the other day showing all the money that she had to her friends and stuff. I'm just like, where'd you get that money?
I mean, in Chicago, she could have finessed it. She could have worked a job. Who knows?
Right. Yep.
So I don't know.
You see how he making excuses?
At the call that you know what I'm saying? That you reached out. You got me.
I'm sorry.
No, you got me a little nervous now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's deeper than what you think, because I was, when I got started looking at the pictures and putting it together, it reminded me, and they keep on saying it too, Get Out. The town. The whole town is connected.
Okay.
Which we already know.
These are family members?
The managers, the hotel, they're supposed to be family. They own a mortuary.
Okay.
A pet mortuary, too.
What?
A pet mortuary.
Okay.
And how is it that, see, I looked into Selena. Selena is out of California. Her friend is out of California. Now, with her friend being on drugs, on heavy drugs, you can't be a donor.
Okay.
And with
Okay.
you having surgery, you have to be there to have the surgery. You have to be there for a
Okay.
fresh.
Yo,
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of cut that because I want you to go to Lauren JNEL's page and get the rest of this footage because it goes deep. Her conversation goes really deep. It goes on to the fact that you can really hear that it is Teresa. You really can if you know her voice. But then she goes to a weird place and she tries to. I think she can tell that he's being a little phony. So then she goes to a place in the video where she's saying, the mother. Do you ever notice how she said, hey, live? She don't care nothing about her daughter. She tries to shift the atmosphere because she see he's a bunch of bull. She says her name is, I forgot what name she said. Tanya or something she said. But you could tell that it's her. And then I could tell she detects his phoniness. And so she downplays the whole phone call. And rightfully so, because she's scared. She don't know who to trust. She don't know who's involved. And she just reaching out. She's reaching out. And she kind of started her own rumor. But she did it for a reason of covering. Because she's scared. She don't know who's involved. And then she said, did you hear when she said Monifa had a lot of money? Of course Monifa got a lot of money because they got paid. Now if you calling your friend a snake September 2nd and saying stuff like Kanika better stop playing with me, you're mad at Kanika. So if that's on the 2nd and the 3rd, by the 8th you done cool down. By the 9th y'all done bonded. Y'all such friends now. You know, and let's don't ever forget Shemaya. I got a video that you can hear Shemaya mama in the background talking about Kanika like a dog. Now that's an older video, but she's still talking about she's saying stuff like she basically saying she'll kill a kid for $3,000. And when I heard that, I said, so, you know, this goes deeper. People making threats. I don't know what inspired her to say that, but she was just going off about some tax money, sound like. And I was hoping, I wish I was one of those people who could do the audio thing and break people's voices down. I don't have that kind of equipment to do all of that. But still, at the end of the day, if somebody could, I would put that video up, and I just want somebody to, I don't know, contact me and say, if you put it up, I'll capture it and then I'll break it down, because I really want to know what all this chick is screaming in the background. And Shemaya tries to talk over her, and then she gets up and shut the door. But at the end of the day, you done already put it out there, homegirl. You know, you done already said it. So, you know, get back with me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap this up. It's so much to this when you get to watching certain footage and facts, certain stuff. It really puts you in a bad place. But at the end of the day, certain facts don't go away. I got a couple of videos that I'll use over and over and over again. I don't need a whole bunch of new footage, especially now that I have that additional footage of somebody you can see clear as day grab her and put her in that freezer. Now, we know somebody put her in there. Now, at this point, there's no more she walked herself in there. That's garbage. What other remember the girl who had the original footage of the news, of her Kanika walking into the kitchen? Again, that girl was describing people in the hallway in that little room. running across, bending down. She described, can you see? Y'all see live? Y'all see this? It's a girl with a ponytail and a nigga with a hoodie. So they were either playing a game with this girl, you know, getting her down to where they wanted her to be. You heard them on the Irene Live talking about the freezers downstairs. You can go in and out of them. They were already setting the stage. You know, I even got some audio up here somewhere where, you know, on the audio, they were basically talking about, you know, it sounded like she was asleep and they was waking her up and, you know, she was on the bed. So in that Irene footage is where it really popped off. Now, because, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I'm going to say it all over again. One day this is going to come out. It's not going to come out when we wanted it to, but it's going to come out one day. It might be some years before we ever see the truth. But I just know that one day if people don't give up, I just believe the energy of this whole case will come to a forefront. Just like Emmett Till. Emmett Till's case wasn't resolved as far as being able to capture the men and punish them. But the woman who lied and got it started admitted her lie. But on her deathbed, she admitted she lied. She admitted she lied on the stand. And she just admitted the whole thing was a lie. She was trying to free her soul. She was asking for forgiveness at that point. She did it in a way where she didn't give the mother real justice, but in the way she did. The truth was out. And she no longer had to go to the next life with that lie on her hand. And I feel like it's going to take that for somebody to tell the truth and to let it go. Because one thing about God, he'll tug at your spirit if he's ever reaching out to you. This should have made a person be reached out to, because now you're covering something such a shame that you have to, if you have a conscience, you have to look and feel something. There's no way that you can go on every day in your life when you know the truth of something horrible that has happened. It's going to put you in a way to be responsible in your spirit. There might be days, there might be days that she forget. There might be days they forget. I'm not ruling out Bree. I'm not ruling out Ty Rowland. See, you dudes out there, Straight 8 and Chosen and all you suckers out there that do this old fake, information that you're doing, you're not even getting to the people inside. I'm going to take the words of T. King. You're not even keeping the information to the people that was in that room. You going all around. You talking about her mama. You talking about President Obama's friend. You getting so deep in the situation. Please don't find yourself in somebody's jail. Then you attacking people of their family when you should keep it to the people in the room. Because that's where the truth really lies. Now, the reason why these people ain't doing nothing about them, because then it will expose everybody else. Like I was saying before. Now, if you got these people, I don't know if they was in it all along and it was set up to kill her to get all this money. And by, it could have been, or it could have started when they got the call that she was in there dead, and they came up with the plan right then and there, because she in the hotel, and to take her organs and do what they was going to do, because it could have been planned. It didn't have to be planned is basically what I'm saying. It could have been, just a momentary thing, what's the word I'm trying to use? Spontaneous. Could have been a spontaneous thing on the corners in them half. This could have been a true murder on the kids, but to never allow it to trickle down to suspicion toward them, they didn't do anything about this, which it failed, because on both sides, y'all all look suspicious. Y'all all look like something from the security guard to the lady that had the pad that worked for the hotel, to the man who confiscated the camera above the freezer. You know, they're all in cahoots. And so it makes everybody a collaboration of suspicion. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part of it. What happened to Kanika? And by that note, justice for Kanika. I'm going to put, let me see, do I still got that? Let's see, I think we can leave out with a bang. This is all for you, baby girl. It's all for you. Look at that smile. Forget the song. Look at that smile. And that's all, folks.